everyone, and good morning. Hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. Yesterday we celebrated Jodoe, Buddha's enlightenment. It was a very wonderful, happy celebration. I'm sorry that we had some challenges with doing it online. We'll get those fixed so that we can, of course, stream that next time for our next big service as well as our monthly service. You can join us each Sunday, except for the first Sunday, because we will be doing Keto. So that will be available through our Zoom link. If you have any interest in attending the monthly purification at the beginning of the month, please contact us for the Zoom link. That will not be recorded and showed on Facebook or YouTube. Okay. So today, let us go ahead and check in with ourselves. How are we feeling? Today is December 11th. The weather is again cold. Take a look at the state of our mind. Let's just simply observe again without any judgment. We're simply watching. Mindfulness is a type of curiosity and self-reflection, but not in any way judgmental, just through observation. Look at our body. If there's any stiff points, let's go ahead and move them. And prepare our little body by stretching a little bit. Move our head. Towards the angle. Just again using the weight of the body and the movement of the body. Let's go towards the left again, allowing it to move as a pendulum. I'll swivel. Opposite way. Next, I'm going to, again, as we do with our shoulders, tense them up, drop them over time. And today I'm going to do the same with my eyes, because I've been working on papers for the last couple of weeks, and so looking at the computer, my eyes have become kind of strained. So tighten them, relax, tighten, relax. Okay. And now let us perform our 3 purifying breaths, breathing through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. Let us begin for 3 rounds. Breathing in, holding, and exhaling. Round 2, breathe in, hold, and exhale. Last round, breathe in, hold, and exhale. Now let us prepare our body, closing our mouth, sitting up straight, putting our ears over our shoulders, putting our hands in Pokai join. We can also prepare our head, as we do in my school of tea, slightly turning it forward. That means tucking in the chin and raising the back, closing the mouth slightly, teeth, not no tenseness, touching the roof of your mouth with your tongue, closing your eyes just enough to keep the light out. With the sound of the bell, we'll go ahead and begin our concentration. Allow your mind to absorb into concentration with the sound of the bell. Let us release our concentration, coming back to the awareness of our body. Let us simply sit in mindfulness, observing the state of our mind, state of our body, state of our breath. No judgment, again, just simply observing. Now, as we come to our body, let's become more aware of our surroundings. Start to move our fingers, toes, our body gently, rubbing our hands together. Place them over the eyes. At this time, I'm going to simply change the microphone so you can hear me better. Sorry about that. We had a slight issue with the camera. So we become aware of ourselves, as we have stated in the previous sections, on how to establish a proper practice and understanding. We were focusing more specifically on the practical steps of establishing one's practice. Again, one of the easiest ways to make time for practice, as we spoke about I believe yesterday, was waking up early, just a little bit early, adding water to your face, taking a shower, not drinking anything stimulating, but a glass of water, sometimes a warm water or room temperature water. And also at this time, people will be less likely to disturb us. Our mind may not be so agitated by the stress of activity, because yet in the world, the activity has not started. As I stated before, there is a concept within yoga of Brahma Murta. Brahma Murta is the time of the deities. That is seen as 1.5 hours before sunlight, before dawn. And in that time is considered the time of quiet, quiescence. This is also the most particular time in which one can have deep meditation. This has to also do with astronomy, and also the idea of the state of yin-yo, or yin and yang, the specific time between evening and morning, that allows our mind to be in a state of, in a way, samadhi, where there is less stress. But some people may wake up automatically. And these days, people work too hard. They overburden themselves, so a lot of times they may wake up with stress and anxiety. So
If you have that issue, that's another reason to practice meditation. Just sit with it, be observant, go through it, wash your face, prepare yourself, brush your teeth, and find your place of sitting. And again, as we stated, to make it a regular practice at the same time. No matter what time you choose of day, you'll have to make adjustments to other aspects or parts of your life to keep your commitment to practice. It's an inescapable fact of life that the time you spend meditating is time you could have used for something else. If you don't make your meditation practice a priority over some activities, it just won't happen. That is why I really encourage each person to see the benefits of meditation, to acknowledge them throughout the day. So as you're moving throughout the day with mindfulness, you can be able to see, okay, I feel less reactive to a situation and more mindful of the situation. So it gives you that space. As I said, meditation gives us space amongst the many challenges, both really in the world, which is reality, and the things that we make up in our mind, which only add to the dust or non-clarity of reality, of our state of life. So you can always begin with shorter meditations, and that's the reason why we do 15. 20 minutes is the time in which a lot of people will have, that's usually the minimum amount of time we say that it takes for someone to perhaps have a spiritual experience. However, 20 minutes is difficult. So therefore, it's important to work your way there instead of just push yourself to meditate once for 20 minutes and then not again. And you can do this for a week or two, and then naturally increase it the length of your sessions in 5-minute increments weekly or after every few days until you reach about 45 minutes. Use the meditation time rather than looking at the clock, and train yourself not to look at the timer, just listen for the bell. Again, some people find lots of benefit in doing shorter meditations, 20 or 30 minutes each day. This is fine at first, but I strongly recommend at least one daily 45-minute sit as a minimum. This will provide a solid basis for your practice, and as you advance through the stages and gain more skill, your meditations will become more interesting and enjoyable. Again, it's important to, part of the discipline, part of the wisdom is to regulate your practice so that you get you're able to sustain your practice and get the benefit of your practice. So the reason why I keep it to 15 minutes is because meditation is not a sitting meditation, is but one aspect of our practice. If that is your main practice, of course, increasing that is a very big priority. However, we as Dhyana Buddhists also use in our practice and study of mindfulness and entering Dhyana, we use chanting the sutra as well as the sacred title of Odaimoku Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. And again, this is something that in the future I will start to teach people because chanting the sutra and of course the Odaimoku is sometimes easier for people to enter into sitting practice. Just sitting down and practicing can be very daunting and challenging for people, especially depending on your state of agitation or state of mental frustration. So these can be very wonderful practices of mindfulness. And again, it's important that we understand that dhyana, or concentrated practice, comes in many forms. Personally, I believe that with many beginners, sitting is a practice that should be used or started from the beginning, but in moderation. And that in actuality, because the way of our times and the way of our society and our culture, chanting the sutra is by far, and even has been used traditionally, as a way to come quicker and realize the state more effectively than simply sitting. That is why I believe a lot of people sit and perhaps they don't always get the insight or experience that they are looking for. And what I mean by that is that they simply find frustration, which, of course, if one constantly finds frustration, the practice is much more less likely to be continued. So it's very essential that we have some experience of the benefits of this practice. And so, therefore, chanting the sutra is by far and it seems to have been demonstrated and worked through my study, very effective for modern people. There is a specific way of doing it. Of course, our temple is always open for you, and I would always recommend to please meet in person. This next weekend, we will be having our seminar in Seattle. I hope you will either join us in person, which is preferable, or online. And again, all of our videos and that are available on Rowdy Buddhist, along with our Rowdy Buddhist podcast, and also our Enkyoji Network channel. There are more videos there as well. So I really appreciate you having the time and strength and dedication to continuing your practice of meditation. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Please carry this mindfulness with you and appreciate and understand and move towards the state of Dhyana.